Marriage is not for the good of the self. What if you had bad children? That household will perish. The fact is that Reverend Moon of the Unification Church blesses people, not for themselves, but for their descendants. I have a different view from you. What does Reverend Moon of the Unification Church think is the purpose of marriage? I regard marriage to be for the sake of the nation. If you marry for your nation, what happens? The goal is achieved when the parents have children who are better than themselves. For example, imagine the offspring of a marriage between a man and woman who both have a triangular form. When their offspring enrich the nation and future generations, such a marriage can destroy the nation. We're now on page 464. Why do you women marry? It is not for I, it is for, or it is to inherit the foundation of thousands of years and of 10,000 generations of chosen people. It is for the future generations. If you marry for the sake of yourselves, you will destroy everything. That kind of decadent trend is sweeping over the world, and all of it has to be cut off. If you young women have that selfish thought, you are my enemies. To become an owner who can love a nation first, and then to become a wife is the natural law of the principle. While Adam was growing to perfection, he was becoming perfect as the owner of a nation. Adam was supposed to fulfill perfection as the central owner of the world. Therefore, it is the principle that you are to be blessed after becoming a man or woman who dreams of becoming the owner of the world and who can take the responsibility for being the owner of a nation. Can you be blessed without having done that? There is no way. I don't know if I told you, but when we were having the closing ceremony for the workshop in Sotek Lee Training Center, one person gave a testimony saying that when she had a baby, she had a cesarean section. And she was wondering why she felt so good. She could not explain, but it felt good. Then she said, when you were always talking about the restoration of the four-position foundation, I did not understand. But after having a son, I now know that what it means to fulfill the four-position foundation as the principle says. Truly it is something of which to be proud. Then Father said to her, hey, don't talk about the four-position foundation and things like that. If you feel good, just say that you feel good. That's how it is. It feels good to have everything, but when you don't have children, you feel unhappy. No matter how beautiful she is, if she lives alone, that is unhappiness. That is why you should realize that marrying in the Unification Church is for long life and for your descendants. Don't be concerned about how you or your spouse look. You must be like this honestly. Think, since I look this way, I should receive this kind of man for my descendants to be the best. For example, a person whose eyes are sunken will certainly become a widow. So that kind of person should be matched to someone whose eyes protrude and whose cheekbones stick out. In this way, their characteristics fit together. You can say that we are doing an engrafting process in order to improve a seed plant and to obtain a new plant. So you should not worry about your spouse does not look good to you. Father has been dealing a lot of people until now. If I look at the children of the people I bless, they are on the whole better than their parents. Do you think it's true or not? If it's true, then it means that I have matched them well. And now we're on the eighth subtopic, the labor of the true parents to recommend engagements. Okay. We're now on page 464, lower portion of the left.
All right. Number 8, our lucky number, okay? I have planned to hold a special workshop for the young men and women all over the nation in March. Page 465. But in order to match 700 couples, even if I decide 5 couples a day, they will always have to think about the blessing. Even while sleeping and eating for 5 months, they will wrestle with the one problem called blessing for 5 months. If that happens, the young men and women might rejoice in the fact that they are getting blessed. But it is a big problem for Father who has to take responsibility for it and take care of everything. I feel the same way as when I was being tortured by the Japanese during their occupation of Korea. I feel as if I were digging through a long tunnel full of poisonous gas. That is why Father requests that those who will be attending the special workshop in the near future not to make trouble for Father. No. Today, for the occasion of celebrating my birthday, I ask this favor from you, that you please understand my situation. Where else in this world is there this kind of marriage ceremony? Father did his work without sleeping, beginning the ceremony at 10 p.m. and ending at 8:30 a.m. Other people's lives and their marriages are this important. In Japan, in 2 days, Father chose 1,610 couples to hold an engagement ceremony. For you, it would be hard even to make 1,610 sheets of paper and match them together. You should think about it. Think about it. To make connections of love over national boundaries for 12,000 young men and women from 83 countries might be easy in words, but in actuality, how easy is it? How easy is it? Excuse me. What kind of benefit does Father gain by doing this work? In order to bless 6,000 couples, Father was always tired. I've rested a little since the blessing ceremony ended, but there is never a moment when my body is comfortable. From this viewpoint, you can expect that in the near future there will be many obstacles before the Unification Church members can receive the blessing of heaven. At this time, how do I feel as I take responsibility to do this work for several months? I feel as if I were entering a coal mine. You should try going into that hole. If you have heart problems, you cannot go down into the mine. When you first enter it, it is dark. The further you go, the narrower it is. Father feels as if he were passing through such a tunnel while matching you. When Father toured some foreign countries and went to Germany to bless some Western people, a man of about 40 who had lost his teeth was waiting for Father, postponing marriage. He was saying that he would never get married if not by Father. Wouldn't it be better that his parents arrange a marriage for him rather than Reverend Moon for the Unification Church? What about you? Is it better that Father arranges the marriage? This is why there is so much commotion and why Father receives so much slander and persecution. What good have you done to deserve Father arranging your marriage for you? Father selected the right of someone and then received injuries. Again, Father selects the right one for someone and then receive injuries. Now reading from page 466, Blessing and the Ideal Family. If Father did not do that, he wouldn't have to suffer in that way. But red people, black people, yellow people, all stick their heads in and ask Father to arrange marriage for them. That is why Father holds mass weddings. Even if you have a feast every day for 12 months of the whole year, there will still be some people left over. That is why there is no other way but with a mass wedding. But you cannot be haphazard about a marriage that comes only once in a lifetime. In order to truly subjugate all people, you must start at the lowest place. You do not know what kind of order Father will give this time. You probably do not know how much internal agony Father went through until the time of your blessing. I have placed you here with the heart of a gambler drawing the last card. Even though I continue matching past midnight, past 2 o'clock,